Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Wednesday KVJ After the Show podcast. Hello.
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 Got a bunch of nice emails that came in here today. Learned a lot on today's regular show. I don't know about you guys. My gosh, just so much to learn.
We don't have any, you guys fucking need to quit because you suck emails.
Oh, of course, yeah. We got plenty of those.
Got ya.
Yeah, those are in abundance.
Those are more fun.
Depends on the day, Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia's all ready to get ripped apart. You and I read the comments throughout the whole show. We've had enough.
She don't read.
Yeah.
She don't know how much.
She has no idea how much people hate us. Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss, boys.
Yeah.
She's right though. It is. I suggest nobody read the fucking comments.
Yeah. One thing that started off by learning, yesterday I was at Don Ramon's with the Queen, and yeah, she got some
Ropa vieja.
ropa vieja, see?
So jealous that you guys can roll your R's.
And I was like, wait a minute, old clothes is what you're ordering there? And I was kind of curious. I'm like, how do you come up with such a terrible name for such a delicious dish? And it goes back to a legend of a man who was so poor he had nothing to feed his family. So he took his old clothes and tore them up and was boiling them to serve to his family. And he prayed over the dish that he was making, and it miraculously turned into this delicious meat stew. And from there, they just called that meat stew Old Clothes.
Funny enough, the term meat stew is very gross sounding to me.
Really?
Meat stew?
I love a meat stew.
Yeah.
It's just so vague. What kind of fucking meat is in there?
I mean, if it's good looking meat, like shredded, like ropa vieja is like usually shredded beef or shredded pork. And oh, it looks so tender.
What's in this thing? Meat. Well, all right. Is it
I don't want
beef.
some mystery
beef.
meat.
Is it beef? Is it
Yeah.
turkey? Is it
Beef.
human?
It's beef.
I'm just saying when you say meat.
Nice meaty stew. So what I got here is Eliana sent an email. She said, you're talking about dishes in Spanish that don't sound appetizing. I grew up in Uruguay and had a German grandmother who would make niños envueltos. Wrapped children is the translation.
Wow.
Speaking of humans,
It's a typical European dish. It consists of ground beef and vegetables wrapped in a boiled leaf of cabbage, kind of like a burrito.
You hear that, kid? You better not be naughty. It would wrap you up like a burrito and eat you.
mixed in with children's toes.
How about that?
That's one way to get those kids to behave.
Yeah, guess so. She said, I love it, and I carry on the tradition of making it, but I don't know who came up with the horrible name. Interesting. Niños envueltos. Thank you very much.
Dude, can you do me a favor? Can you just, that one dish you did when you rolled those R's, can you do that one more time?
Ropa vieja.
Gosh, man.
Ropa.
Whoa, she might have you on the R's.
She's good. She can do it, too. Yeah, no doubt.
I've actually got some Hispanic blood in me. Unlike Kevin, who just married into the franchise,
But I think-
I'm authentic.
I think he's doing great. I think he's making strides. He's rolling his
For
R's.
a white guy, yeah.
Relupa. Relupa. I can't do it.
It looks like it hurts you.
I rolled one R on this podcast.
I know, I remember it.
And how did I do that?
It was like 2 years ago.
Oh, sorry, I'll stop.
Sounds like we're trying to make machine gun noises.
Rolling them R's are so tough.
Ropa.
Gosh, you guys do it so great.
Somebody in the chat said that Versailles Ropa Vieja is good AF.
Oh.
But then Toph says that it's overrated. La Casita is right next to it, and it's so good.
Versailles does get all the shine because it's like the famous spot. It's big.
Well,
Everybody knows it.
Yeah, and I think, the thing about Versailles is it's just been the place where people go in the Cuban community. It's got such, political ties. There's just anytime you want a platform to show something off, which is, what Trump did yesterday when he popped in there. He just wanted to look like he was embraced and loved by the community and packed it all in. He's like, food for everybody. And then he takes off and goes and eats McDonald's. So, that's kind of what it's all about.
And there's so many places, too, all around there that you can get, like, a fantastic food. Me and Panda used to hop up and down that street and just get a little bit of this, get a little bit of that.
You down with that Cuban sandwich?
Yes.
You love them?
Definitely.
The top 3 favorite sandwiches for a Virginia Sinicki?
I don't know if I'd go top 3 favorite sandwiches, but it'd be top 10.
I mean, top 10 is such a big list. All right.
There's a lot of good sandwiches.
That's a long list.
It's like saying, it's in my top 20, Kev. Well, I want to see how much you respect the Cuban sandwich, and if you go from top 3 to top 10, you don't love the Cuban sandwich. You're a poser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They do have some good food up and down that Coyote.
They do. And good, those little cafecitos or what, the Cuban coffee. Oh, they give it to you like in a thimble, and it is so good.
Yeah, there's so many restaurants down in the Miami area, and I'm now talking about the pizza place I never even seen, been in, tasted, and people are sending me them, and they're sending me pictures of it, and I'm getting so excited to want to go down there and try out some of these Miami pizzas. They look fucking phenomenal, man.
Yeah. I'll do it one of these days.
I would love to. Me and you go down there.
Jump on the Bright Line.
I'm down.
Yeah,
so easy.
We were kicking around going down there maybe, soon. It was going to be maybe a birthday thing. I don't know if the Duran thing's going to trump it, but yeah, we had that idea. We're going to go down and just spend the night down there.
We had some KVJ Nationers go down there. Part of the pickle squad was down there, and they sent me a video of the pizza they were eating. And I'm not going to lie, man, I keep thinking about it. It looked that good to me on video. Made me want to explore it.
Don't you wish you could like just poof and like send? Like when you hit send on a picture, like it actually sent the pizza?
I'm sure at some point technology will get there where you send a pizza picture and you can download it, have a pizza right there in your fucking lap.
That'd be so cool.
Why is that any crazier than the other shit that's going on?
It's not.
It's not.
I bet you probably could with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
It does actually make perfect sense. You would just take it to a 3D printer, instructions, it'd print it up. Then it would slide it right over into the oven. Boom, gone.
Yeah, I think we're going to get to a point where you walk over to a wall and hit a button, and then, I want a double cheeseburger with a milkshake. You hit a button, and it makes it for you right then and there.
Yeah, I think so. You'd be able to just download a recipe into whatever a 3D printer would be. It'd be an elaborate thing that have all the ingredients in it already, and just
pizza vending machine. They've got them.
Yeah,
but even to a point where it's so specific. I want half pepperoni, half bacon, and you could dial it up, hit a button, and then it's right there for you.
Yeah, that was actually back in the news today. There are more of those pizza vending machines coming out. So,
if they're rush, if they taste good, that would be awesome. Now, if they're shitty, I think you take a great opportunity and you fuck it in a bad way.
What do you do to this pizza?
I'm just saying, if everyone's watching you right now.
Everyone's watching you fuck a pizza.
I'm just looking at Kevin's.
Wow.
At least use a little olive oil on her.
I'm trying to recover and explain.
Well, you're painting such a vivid picture. I'm just here.
You go burn your dick.
Trying to figure out the journey you're taking me on.
Don't burn your dick.
His face looks so good. I didn't sleep real well. I apologize. Okay. I don't know what's happening.
You guys,
Who's sleeping worse, you or Denny's baby?
I don't know. I think I'm having insomnia for Denny's.
Wow, I don't see this often. Virginia's not always wrong.
Okay. Who's this from? Somebody in my family?
No, Lisa said I had to defend Virginia this time because the person who had emailed about the Renaissance in Orlando and them having the free breakfast, it's not 100% correct. Just like the nicer hotels, they have rates you can purchase that offer breakfast, but it isn't just included for free. I know because I stayed there. Choose a higher rate that includes breakfast. They didn't realize it, and they tried to charge me $70. The buffet was nice and had salmon, if you call that fancy, but not worth $70.
$70.
No.
It better be like Breakers level.
I will say salmon at a buffet, very fancy.
Yeah.
I do like a raw bar at the breakfast buffet. It's just nice.
Ooh, a raw bar sounds great. The only bar we agree on is an alcohol bar.
You're right.
Because you love an olive bar.
I do love an olive bar.
I think olive bars are such bullshit, and what a waste of a bar. There's for that segment we do, strong opinions. I fucking hate olive bars.
Would you be open to trying some different olives if I gave you like a little selection of ones that I think are amazing and taste spectacular? I think you're judging olives by like some bunk misinterpretation. There's so many good olives.
You think I had some moment in my childhood that I'm holding on to?
Yeah. There was that loaf you're talking about. You'd have the sliced black olives that you said look like buttons, and that stayed with you. And I think you have a damnation on all olives because of your experiences with that loaf.
Olive loaf is disgusting. It looked like buttons and eyeballs.
I want you to try this olive that I love at Evo, where we go to eat for fancy, like go out for celebration. They've got these green olives, and they just taste so delicious. And they're not like your normal olive. You don't see these like on a pizza.
You ever had a Kalamata olive? Very salty. You like salty stuff, right?
Love salt.
Okay. And the Kalamata olive is... it's maybe my favorite olive.
That's a Greeky olive.
Absolutely.
I'm bringing Italian olives. You're Italian.
I will try your olive experiment.
And olives are such a staple in any Mediterranean cuisine.
And they're good for you.
Yeah, like Italians. I mean, they love olives.
I know. Oh, believe me, I love olive oil. It's the texture. I think it feels like slugs.
Not all olives have that texture.
Okay, look, I told you I'm going to take your fucking olive test.
All right, I'm going to round up some olives.
Okay, all right.
I want you to try some good olives and then maybe retract your former statement.
Look, if I eat them olives and I like them, I'll say I was wrong. And I'm sorry. I'll give it a public apology to the olive community because I just went on a rant. I fucking hate olive bars.
Yeah, you did.
What if we give him one of these fucking fancy olives and he's like, oh my gosh,
I love
olives are my new favorite food.
Can you imagine he gets on a massive olive kick?
Man, there's stranger things that have happened.
You're right.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let me see. Got another email here. Kim. She said on Monday's ATS, Jaybird mentioned about everybody writing down the name of a state they would want to move to and put them in a cup and pick one. I'm just curious which state you would choose. Okay.
You only get to pick one and you put it in the cup. Is that how it works?
So we all would write down a state where you would be willing to move the show, everything. And you wouldn't even know if there's a repeat. So if there's a repeat, you just have more of a chance of that one hitting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. So what would be your state, Virginia? Do you have one, your plan B?
I don't know. Probably the only other state that I really feel like I know and I could navigate well would be Louisiana.
Oh, I'd be so fucking bummed out if we were moving. Oh, my God.
That'd be your plan B, huh?
I'm like, we're going to Louisiana?
We're going to New Orleans. I mean, we're going to go to the most fun city in the whole state.
I could punch New Orleans. It wasn't the greatest.
I'm on the puncher's side.
Where do I want to go?
What did you do?
I didn't buy her fucking products is what I didn't do. And I think she's hopped up on
Was her products her vagina? What was she trying to sell you?
Some kind of beads and with lights on it. And I said I didn't want it. And she kept asking me. I said, no, I really don't want it. And she kept asking me. I said, oh, I don't want the beads. And she said, well, fuck you. And she punched me.
Oh, what? That's an interesting sales tactic.
Yeah.
You should
I
have
don't know if I've
bought the
ever
beads.
seen that.
In retrospect, I would have bought the beads.
Little did you know.
But it's a great story.
It's a great story because then I went back in like, Kev, I just got punched. Yeah. Kevin's like, all right, man, it's too bad. Let's throw him in a cab.
That's right.
This guy's not wrecking the party.
And away the bird went.
Yeah, away I went into the night.
Yeah. I probably would have put California on the list, but I think I'd have to do a walkthrough real quick because, I don't know. I haven't been to California for a while. I haven't lived there in probably almost 30 years now. And I just got to make sure that my memories match up so that I'm feeling it.
I like the climate, but I don't like the way they handle their biz.
That's just it. That would be. I was going to pick Oregon, but for the same reasons, I'm just thinking about what everybody on the show really loved to go out to Oregon. I love it for the beauty and the nature, and you can get that in other parts of the country. If it wouldn't be Oregon, it might be Pennsylvania, man.
Okay.
I am not going to Pennsylvania.
See, we can't get on the same.
Fuck that.
Oregon, you'd be more likely.
I guess I would like Oregon better than Pennsylvania.
Vermont seems expensive as fuck. And almost too, Vermont?
I don't think there's anything happening. It's not clicking in Vermont. What are they doing?
Is Vermont kind of, yes, we've got a syrup and we're snooty with our syrup? Or is it good country folk?
I think it's all rural.
All right. I don't think we know a lot about Vermont.
I think I'd have to say that my next pick outside of here, because, I'm not sure California is still my number 2. I think I'd probably go Tennessee.
Ooh, I'm listening, Ralston.
Okay.
You got the bird interested?
I think Tennessee would be the next best.
Nashville would be fun,
Yes.
but it can be a little monotonous because you do the same thing. At least I do when I go there. I feel like I do the same sort of thing. That's why I was so happy to do that distillery tour with your son at Big Machine when we went there, because finally we did something different.
But, I mean, you could say that about anywhere. You could say
It's a lot of country music. It's a lot of barbecue.
But I honestly think that probably what I would do is I would do East Tennessee. Probably more in the Knoxville, Smoky Mountain area.
Oh.
I think is where we would go with it.
We did a little bit of that. I liked that area.
And then that way you can drive to Nashville. You're not that far.
What's your beef? Because what's your beef with Pennsylvania?
Aren't they kind of mean?
What? Well, aren't they the same way in Louisiana? You crazy fuck.
No, they're not. Louisiana is hospitable. They're sweet Southern. They're just kind.
Are you taking a personal experience because you know someone from Pennsylvania and you're putting that stank on everyone from Pennsylvania?
I think I'm just thinking about the Eagles fans. They're a little harsh.
Philadelphia is they are dicks. You're right. Northeast is tough.
There seems to be a radically different attitude from Eastern Pennsylvania to Western Pennsylvania.
The Pittsburgh side seems like they're nice people.
They're more our temperament.
Philly seems kind of dicky. If you're from Philly, email Kevin.
Philadelphia is more kind of like a northeastern type vibe. You know, they got the New York Boston kind of thing a little bit more down, and then you go to Pittsburgh and it's a lot more of a feel like a Columbus, Cincinnati, that kind of.
Okay, so we all agree we don't want Northeast, and we know the kind of Northeast we're talking about. Fuck this, everything sucks. Fuck you. Fuck it. We don't want that Northeast area. Because you're right, there's a nicer Northeast you can go to.
It's not necessarily my speed. And I think my other suggestion would be North Carolina.
Ooh.
So
Ralston's come up with some good ideas. What happened?
I mean, there's always so much fun stuff to do in New York City, even though New York City right now has a lot of drama and it's in the news for bad things.
New York City and Louisiana. What the fuck you find her?
There's a lot of fun stuff to do there. I mean, if you're bored in New York, it's on you.
I had a weird thing, though. I remember the end of my time living there, I almost got claustrophobic towards the end because I was always in the city, and it just, after a while, I was like, I feel like I got to get out and get away from tall buildings.
Somebody has, what they've done is with really good camera equipment, they'll do these walk through the city kind of videos, and it's like a 2-hour video, and it's just someone with a GoPro walking through all of New York City in Times Square and showing you all the shit for people who've never been there like myself. It's really a cool perspective, especially when it's done on great HD video like that. I'll send you a link. You won't watch it.
Times Square is such a small part of New York City. Like when I go, I avoid Times Square. Just saying.
New York shaming me? I open up and tell you my New York story, and you want to act like I'm a dumb fuck?
I mean, it's not where I would take you.
Well, wherever all the cool... Okay, I'm sorry I don't know the fucking precinct like you. It was all the cool shit. They were walking by... I'll just send you a link.
So what is going to be your plan B if you could put it in there? We'll see what people like best. Your official plan B for which state to live in, Virginia.
Officially, I guess I would say, Louisiana. That'd be my first pick.
Okay, Jaybird, your plan B.
My plan B.
State, where are you going?
I'm going to settle in with... Oh, she hates Pennsylvania, so I don't want to do that to her. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go Maine.
Maine?
Okay.
What you know about Maine?
Nothing. That's my point.
Why don't you just pick Oregon? You know Oregon.
He asked me for my number 2. Oregon's my number 1. Why don't you listen?
No. Outside of Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you listen, you dumb
You're technically
fuck?
going for your number 3 then.
You're yelling at me that I'm not listening, and you're actually not listening.
2 things. I'll try olives, and I'm sorry. So Oregon and Maine.
Oregon, I could get down with.
Okay. All right. We feel good about Oregon.
So that's okay. So Oregon is your plan B. Okay. And I'm going to make my official plan B. I'm going to go North Carolina.
Wow.
Because you got the mountains, you've also got the ocean, and you've got the 3 cities, the Raleigh. Well, I mean, you got Charlotte, which is, a decent town, but to me, the Raleigh, Chapel Hill, that area.
It's a fine choice, Kevin.
A lot of great bars and be a good little place to be. So we'll see. We'll have Suits put up a poll. Outside of Florida, what would be your plan B state?
Me and you had some good options, Kev.
Is it...
Whatever. You didn't even understand the game. Kevin had to re-explain it to your ass.
It sucks, but you're right.
Okay, we'll see what people would choose out of those 3, where we would go. Thank you for the question, Kim. Got Amber on here. She said, for the love of God, please, please, please sell those shirts you had the night of the KVJ Live at the Palm Beach Kennel Club. The symbols that you all had representing each and every single one of you is brilliant. Hats off to the designer. It'd be Randy that put that together. I thought it was a brilliant concept. She said, I worked in marketing for years. Seriously beautiful work. Someone will steal that if you don't take control.
I know.
Not me. I'm too lazy. We do have more, and when we do our next show, they're going to be available for sale there, and then we'll also have them online, I believe.
Yeah, it's a great job on Randy.
As well.
Yeah, that was a cute T-shirt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Randy's pretty good at that stuff. She probably already wrote that thing down. She probably already got
You can't copyright pizza?
the design.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been dumb this podcast, but all right. Reel it in.
Let's reel it in. We can't end on a low note.
Yeah, a lower note.
Of the Plan B states of our 3 options, one is clearly in last place.
Damn.
6% of the vote is for, what do you think, Jay Bird?
Probably Maine.
You didn't choose
You
Maine.
didn't pick Maine.
Gosh, man.
Golly.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. Look,
Wow.
I get the haters. I understand the perspective. I'm
Writing a hate email right now.
I'm totally on their side today.
I mean, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Bird? Dude, take a nap, Bird. Just go home and sleep. In fact, I might not want to drive. Okay. It's I'm so sorry. Is it Oregon?
No, it's not Oregon.
Louisiana.
It is Louisiana.
Okay, see?
Oh.
They hate it. For
It's now down to 5%. Oregon, they don't like much better. It's at about 15, and then North Carolina at 80.
Kevin wins again. Look at that.
You'll have way more fun in New Orleans than you will in North Carolina.
But it's the kind of fun you don't want to do all the time. You want to leave that fun away.
Whatever. There's so many different facets you've never explored.
Is this kind of like olives? Are you going to give me the olive speech for fucking New Orleans?
Let me take you to other areas of New Orleans besides the French Quarter where you got punched, because that's such a small fraction of what New Orleans has to offer.
You bring up New Orleans, I get triggered. Someone wanted to punch me.
My daughter had on that Girls Trip movie the other day.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's shot in New Orleans.
And they had a swing where they were going, or kind of like a zip line. You're on a harness, and you go from bar to bar, catty-cornered. this intersection, and both girls started spraying piss on everybody down below on the street. Is that something they do? Because I don't remember that when I was in New Orleans.
I've never seen that. I don't think that's something they do. It might have been a special event, or it might have been just for that movie.
And if you did that, people would piss on people. There's no way. In New Orleans?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Bourbon Street, to me, I mean, I went for Mardi Gras. I was there for 5 days. I was on Bourbon Street for all of 10 minutes, the whole entire trip. Like, there's just so many other fun things to do. Bourbon Street's a little trashy for me.
It's touristy, right?
It's touristy, it's trashy, it's dirty, it smells funny.
It is so disgusting. When I saw it the night before, and then the next morning, when the sun was just hitting the street, holy fuck, that was some of the grossest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I like staying. There's a hotel called the 4 Points on Bourbon Street. Good balconies, good prices. It's fun to be up there above the ruckus of Bourbon Street, and you can like throw beads at people. That's fun.
Show titties if you want to.
All that. It's fun. That's fun to me. But when you're in it and there's like crazy people down there and people acting just trashy.
Well, not everyone can handle titties being shown. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
most people can't. It's the people that can't handle that ruin it for everybody. It's like, dude, be cool.
Yeah.
Act
Not
like
everybody can be cool.
They can't be cool.
But the thing that scene also reminded me of is just really how gross it is the way chicks piss. I mean,
We can't help it. We don't have a hose, dick privilege.
I mean, dude, it's like a donkey.
Damn, Rawson's piss shaming you ladies.
I am. I was like, oh
Wow.
my gosh, man, it's what the
Not
hell?
everybody has a retractable snake that they can just take out and make it a perfect stream.
I have a perfect genteel stream. It comes out so nice. It's kind of like a babbling brook. It's actually very soothing.
He has piss privilege and butthole privilege.
Much like his butthole.
My
comes
exits
off,
down there are amazing.
you come off very smug with your
Well, I'm
pissing and
sorry.
shooting ways, Kevin.
I don't have a lot of great attributes, but both of my exits for waste are
Well,
fantastic.
aren't you just perfect in the restroom?
That's back-to-back.
I really am.
It's back-to-back weeks you've done this now.
I'm
You've
sorry. I really
judgy about people's.
I excel in the shitter. It's really my room. That's right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
What made you think of the grossness of women peeing? Is it?
Well, it was gross. It's the scene from the movie where they're pissing on people down below, which is gross. But then I'm like going, and they did it for comedic effect. It's that one of those things where they get the hose. And
Sure.
They had
It's
it.
over the
It was
top.
rigged and it was over the top. But at the same time, it's like going, gosh, man, chicks pissing is gross.
So when you have to pee, like let's say there's an emergency on the side of the road, if we have to pee, we just shake and get back into it. You have to wipe because you got the innards and all that. What do you do if there's nothing to wipe with? You just air dry that thing?
You can shake it.
Okay.
You can also lean forward and blow on it with your own.
Am I the only one that wants to see a demonstration video of honestly both pieces you're talking about? I would watch it. I think at the chat room you'd watch that.
You should really try to shake as much as possible, and then
Shake it, huh?
yeah, you
Kinda
can you can do like a little stomp.
By the way, your son Rocco's in the chat room. He wants to know what it looks like when you blow on your pee hole.
Is he really in the chat room?
That's awkward.
Why is he in the chat room?
Oh, he loves YouTube. He started his own YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
Rocco's very active on YouTube.
Well, he's active in the chat room.
Was he really typing stuff?
Oh, he's all over.
Wait, what?
He said in all caps, "I want to know."
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god.
His mom's talking about air drying her lily. Yeah, he said, "I am in chat."
Oh my gosh.
Rocco's here.
Rocco's here.
You're right, man. He's full on YouTubing it.
That's pretty funny.
I think he's the real Rocco too.
Oh gosh, that's great.
And now Panda's in there in all caps. Rocco, get out of the chat. He's disciplining your son in our chat room about your beaver.
Mom's talking about blow drying her cooter. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Parenting.
Yeah.
Look, just this is how it's done. For those that don't know,
That's really good rock.
this is how you parent.
But I love the fact he's like, oh, well, shit, I want to know.
Please. Can we do a demo, Mom?
I mean, we were talking
man.
about some graphic shit. I'm asking you to make a video. Rocco's listening?
Yeah, he's right in there. He's drinking it all in. He's loving it. Yeah, we probably better go before your kid gets more of an education. I think he's learned enough for a day. Good Lord. All right. You guys enjoy your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.